So I'm just on Snapchat playing Tekken, having a conversation with some of my friends from high school. And we brought up this interesting conversation on Snapchat about a certain teacher and how everybody hated this teacher, including myself. And I decided why not share it with the internet? So, all right, let's get started. Kick back, relax, and enjoy my story. I guess this is a story time. So, anyways, this teacher, she went to my high school, and I had her I would say freshman year, I believe. She was a science teacher, and I don't want to expose her name, so I'm gonna call her Miss W. Some of you guys who are watching who goes to my high school, you probably know exactly who I'm talking about. But anyways, Miss W, she was the biggest bitch. I mean, she was the biggest bitch ever. Like I never encountered like everyone has a bad teacher, right? Like don't get me wrong, like yeah, that this teacher's mean, whatever, blah blah blah. But Miss W, she was on a whole new level, bro. Like she was on a like oh my god. Like she was like a female Heihachi. Like she's so strict, bro. But anyways, like let's say like the bell rings like after lunch and you're going to your class, right? Soon you're about to step in your class, the bell rings. So like you got like 2 seconds after you hop in the class, right? Like you walk in right after the bell, right? You know what Miss W would do? She'd be like, go to the dean. And then you're gonna be like, what? And then she will be like, because the bell rang, you didn't enter the class in time. But I was 2 seconds off, Miss W. She won't tolerate that. She will send you to the dean. Like she's so strict. She does not play. 2 seconds after the bell, like 2 seconds after the bell, she will send you to the dean. This girl did not play, and that's just only the beginning. When class starts, if you don't if you don't have like your binder or your schedule, like your planner thing to jot down the times and like what's the schedule of y'all guys gonna be doing in class, she will send you to the dean instantly. Like this girl gives zero f's. Like she will send you to the dean for anything. Like you spill water in class, she will send you to the dean. Like I'm so serious. But another thing that she does is like, let's say she asks you a question like something that like you study off of, like let's say if you know the definition of biology, for example, let's say she asks you a question, what is biology, right? And let's say little Timmy raised his hand because he knows the answer, right? You know what Miss W will do? She will look at like the person who raised their hand, and then she would completely ignore them and ask the person who's not raising their hand. So little Johnny will raise up his hand to answer that question. Miss W, what she'll do, she'll be like, no, let's ask little Isabel. And little Isabel's not even raising her hand to answer that question. She doesn't want to answer that question. Miss W will be like, little Isabel, do you know the definition of biology? And if Isabel doesn't know or whatever, you know what Miss W would do? She'd be like, okay, Isabel, after class, see me after class when the bell rings. And what you do, you stay in that class for like 20 minutes, and that will make you late for your next class. Because in my high school, we had like four classes a day. It's like group A, group B per day or whatever. It's one of those. I forgot what it's called, but yeah. So she will make you sit in class and be late for your next class for 20 minutes if you don't get one of the answers right. It's insane. She is insane. Yeah, so this is where it really starts. So basically, I finished a homework assignment that was due for her class. I finished it during lunch, and I was on my way roaming around the hallways, and I believe I was gonna put the paper in my locker, something like that. I don't remember. It was so long ago, and I went past her door, and she opens the door surprisingly, and I was like, oh shit. So then she looks at me and then she's like, hey Jen, did you finish your homework assignment? Because she knew Like if I didn't finish, plus like I was gonna be in her classroom right after the lunch bell, and like if I didn't finish, I would probably go to the dean. So I looked at her, I looked at her straight in the eyes, and I was like, "Of course I did, Miss W." And then she's like, "Good, good." And she gave me this smile. And then like after she did like her smile, I don't know if you like see it in movies. You know how like people do that fake smile, like when they like technically hate a person, like they smile and then like they grin at the end. She gave me that kind of smile look. So as I like just rubbed it off on my way going down the stairs of the hallway, um, she had on high heels on, and her heel clicked the little bumper of the door. Like you know how in schools they have a door where it like stops. It stops the door for opening, and like you open and close it, like you can make it stay open because of the bumper. So her high heel shoes get stuck on that bumper, and she grabs my arm as I'm about to turn away and walk away. She's about to fall. She's literally about to fall. And dude, it felt like a movie scene. It was like a good. I felt like like time slowed down. Like literally time slowed down. I'm talking about like movies, like The Matrix, like how everything just slowed down. And I looked at her. She looked at me as she's about to fall, and she looks at me as she's falling, and she's like, "Help me!" And like the way she said it, bro. She said it like, like she had fear. Like she was like afraid of like her life was about to die. Like right then and there, like she was going to die today. That and then, oh man, you should have seen the look of her face. Like she had tears. Like she was tearing up, bro. She was tearing up for her fall. She was ready. She was ready to go today. And she grabbed me by the hand. And I'm like coming to a decision like, should I help her at this brief moment? She already has a grip on my hand. You know what I did? I let her go. I let her fall. That bitch made a tumble. Dude, oh my god. I felt bad. But then again, I didn't. Because out of all the shit she put through me and every other student in that school, she was the biggest bitch. And I learned something. I learned that karma is real, okay? Karma is real. But my point of me telling this story is don't be mean. Don't be mean to students, okay? Like if you're a teacher or like if you're just a normal kid or a student and you're bullying somebody, one day you're the person you're bullying or something, they're just not gonna help you one day. Like you're gonna need help, or someone points a gun at you, and the guy to your right is witnessing all, and like you're gonna need a witness or something, and boom, he ain't gonna be there for you because of the things you did. That like I don't know how to explain that, but yeah, I let her fall, and it was worth it. It was worth it. She tumbled, and she fell. She didn't get up for like a good 10 minutes. And I looked down and I was like, "Oh, Miss W, are you okay?" Saying it all like sarcastic, but she didn't know I was being sarcastic. And then she's like, "I tried to hold on to you. I thought you were strong enough to carry me up." And I'm like, "I'm sorry. Your hand was just slip. I couldn't grab you all the way." And then she was like, "Oh, my back." And I was like, "Oh, it's all right." And then the bell rang, and everyone's getting out of their classrooms, and people who's getting out of lunch heading to their classrooms. I was like, okay, Miss W, you gotta get up. We gotta go. Like people about to stampede on you. So I quickly helped her up. She sat in her little chair in the science classroom or whatever, and then I put my bag in the classroom because obviously that's the next class I'm going to, and that's pretty much it. And right when the class started and when everybody walked in the classroom, everyone was looking at her like, is she all right? Because, bruh, she was like sweating. Like she was sweating. It looks like that fall just took all the energy out of her. I swear to God. But, yeah. And I believe like 2 minutes after that, she went into the office, I guess, to heal up her back or something. But, that's the main story I want to talk about. I just want to share that story with everybody. Um, if you have a dick teacher, a teacher that's a bitch or whatever, um, do what I did, but don't intentionally trip her or anything. If she's about to fall, let her fall. Like, don't help her. Okay. Um, that's enough said. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.